Okay, now look, I've taken quite a bit out. I've tried to get the wall thickness down to just about an inch everywhere. And now I have another step for the places that I can't reach. And I found when I got in here, actually, especially up at the top, that there were some air pockets way up here where the hair got connected to the scalp. So it's good I got in there with the tool. It's also good I came back and checked, because these air pockets probably would have exploded the head. So your next form of insurance, again, I was careful not to go too thin. I don't want anything to be less than ½ an inch thick. So you've got to pinch everywhere to feel where your thicknesses are at. So your next step, though, for ensuring the safety of your piece in the kiln, it gets really, really nice and hot, and the temperature goes up, and then the water boils and steams at 212 degrees, and things start to explode because the steam will build up in places that aren't dry, and if there's an air pocket. So this is helping us to make sure everything can dry. So now I'm going to take this needle tool and I'm going to stab, boom, 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 lots, especially up into these hair corners. I can feel it popping through sometimes. That's a really good sign, because that means, I don't know. Cool, it wasn't popping, it was the tool. So I'm just gonna stab this, especially up, and also notice I'm working on foam, into all the areas that have hair. So I'm going at an angle. You got to be careful not to stab your fingers, but I do like to keep my hand kind of around the sides so that I have a sense of where things are at. Okay, so stab, 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 stab. And come to this side and go stab, stab. Stab, 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 stab. It's kind of violent. Okay. But now I feel much better about how this piece will dry and any possible air pockets. Look at how many holes I have. So many holes in there. See that? Okay, but what if it goes through? So like here, it went through. All you have to do is smooth it over the top. I'm gonna do a little check for places that it went through. Here's one. You can use a tool. Here's one. Here's one. Sorry, Leia, if I mess any of these up. I think your piece looks great. Here's one. There's a couple where it just went through. So you just smoosh them over. And I'm actually going to also do another thing here. So there are some places that I didn't really feel like I could reach very well, either with the tool or I wasn't sure I was getting it with this. So now, just again, for a little insurance, I'm gonna stab it all the way through. I can tell it's gone all the way through. And then I'm gonna seal that hole back up. As long as it goes all the way through to the inside so that the air can get out on the inside, it's fine for you to seal it up on the outside. So I'm gonna go in, especially in some of these like kind of cracked, layered areas. The thick part there. Make sure it goes all the way through to the middle, and then heel the seam back up. Just giving extra insurance to this. The hair treatment on here. So we want to make sure that all stays on, right? I don't want anything to come popping off. So any parts I think might be a little thick that I wasn't able to reach from the inside, I'm coming back around from the outside, giving it one more little poke. Just go poke. You can feel that it goes all the way in, and then I heel that back up. All right, so make sure if you add more, once you're done with your piece and you've added the hair, even though we've been talking about when you press the clay on, slip score, make it nice and goopy wet, at least 3 spritzes of water before you add. Make sure you can't pull any clay off that you add on. And then make sure you're pushing the clay like this together so that the air doesn't get trapped inside. This is insurance in case air did get trapped inside. And before you put your pieces on the cart to dry, please make sure you have hollowed them from the interior as much as you can and poked. Thanks, guys. Come to Open Studios on Friday. Come hang out with me. I think we'll make skulls. It'll be fun. Bring your friends.